Well, hello and welcome to what potentially could be the youth match of the year. This is One Nation Academy taking on the one and only Pipeline here in Baltimore, Maryland. Polytechnic High School is the venue. Let us know your thoughts on the match to come here in the chat. Of course, the players to watch out for and any score predictions, let us know. We're so excited to have you here live on DMV Sports Media. I'm Noah Walker. We'll be right with you with match kickoff in just a moment. Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here live on DMV Sports Media. We are here at Baltimore Polytechnic Institute for what could be the match of the season. On paper, this is a David and Goliath story, but as we all know, sports are never played on paper, and One Nation will be trying to play against the team which needs no introduction, Pipeline SC. Pipeline will play right to left, it looks like, wearing their all-white kit. Of course, One Nation will wear their traditional pink tops, black bottoms. Let us know your thoughts on the match, players to watch out for, and your predictions. We're really excited to have you with us here on DMV Sports Media live on YouTube. Every like that you hit gives these players and teams the exposure that they deserve. The algorithm will be in our favor if we just mash that like button. We really appreciate your patronage. We're happy to have you here. It's a beautiful day, although somewhat blustery, here in Baltimore, Maryland, as we are anticipating the kickoff here in the next couple minutes. Excited to have you all with us. We are usually an adult amateur semi-professional forum, but we're excited to have the youth game today. This is a special event. This is definitely going to be one worth your watching. So if you are one of our usual fans, our usual subscribers, stay tuned. Even though it's not an adult game, I promise you, you will see some of the top players in the area ready to make their names in the next stage. This is match kickoff here at Baltimore Polytechnic. Let's see who we got in the chat. Well, I guess everyone's shy today, but thank you for tuning in nonetheless. Looks like Noah Musa will get us kicked off with One Nation, again, playing left to right, Pipeline right to left. One Nation will line up with their pink tops, black bottoms, Pipeline wearing their all white. Thank you for tuning in here on DMV Sports Media. Make sure to share this link. This is going to be one to watch out for. Match kickoff here at noon. For the away side, it looks like One Nation will have, as we said, Noah Musa, Owen Velasquez, Gabriel Tada, Andrew Cervantes, Jasar Pacheco, Camille Onwesi, Amir Olebe. We'll get right back to that. It is right now One Nation kicking off, going vertical, but no avail. And now Pipeline will start from the back. Here is an initial kick right into the midfield, and it looks like Pipeline will take this to the ground. Already you can see this is going to be one that's hotly contested. Gotta love the technical skill. Quick counterattack, and here comes Pipeline right through the middle. There's a misstep and its potential for a counterattack. Other side able to establish clear possession, but you can already tell the nature of this game. It's going to be hotly contested all through. Here is One Nation on the far touchline, right in the direction of Noah Musa with the shot into Pipeline's goalkeeper with the safe hands yet again. That is just one moment. It's another kick down this left side. No connection to be had, and it will be a throw for the benefit of One Nation. No rest for the wicket. It's immediately sent in. Musa sends it back. One Nation still in possession, but not finding the connection to be had up top. Here comes Pipeline. Another strong challenge. And over the touchline it goes. Will be a throw for the benefit of Pipeline. Excuse me, for One Nation. Down the line we go. Again, thanks for tuning in here on DMV Sports Media, live on YouTube. This is already exceeding expectations in terms of the pace, the contestation for every single 50-50 ball. There's going to be another throw for Pipeline. Can they take advantage? Sent towards the 18 and well scooped by One Nation's goalkeeper. Is a booming punt downfield. Pipeline not caught out on that one, and it's right back down into One Nation territory. Musa able to send it away. Another ball to the corner, hotly contested, and looks like Pipeline's defense will come out on top. Well shielded, well defended. And it's a goal kick to come. The goal kick didn't quite get the elevation that we're looking for. Oh, beautiful move from Musa, golazo! And what a score in the early moments. That was quite the move, quite the finish, and it is going to be 1-0 in favor of One Nation off the kick from Musa. Let's take a look back at the replay here. As we said, this match is going to be one that will be worth watching. What a kick, what a goal. And we are back into it here in the 10th minute. One Nation marching right back down Jump Street. Again, well saved by Pipeline's goalkeeper. Well contested and kept inbound by Pipeline, but no connection up top. Second bite at the apple, but Musa does well to get it away, and this will be a throw for the benefit of Pipeline. Again, no moment for respite. It's immediately sent back in. And we'll see this one right across the midfield. Here is the square ball. All cut out by One Nation's back line. And here comes the counter. Physical challenge, and it looks like that is going to be whistled for set piece right around midfield. Comes the kick. Direct right towards goal, but won't get all the way through. And here comes Pipeline. This is cut out. This almost identical move to the one that led to the goal. Same move, different player. Clearly, One Nation been working on that one. Here's a beautiful ball down the line, but cut out. Still contested. Pipeline certainly is not a club that will go down without a fight, and they have yet to see their best. We know they have some of the best, if not the best, in the area and beyond. This is going to be a set piece for One Nation. There's another set piece, quite direct. Ooh, didn't look like it was initially collected, but well saved by Battaglia. There's a kick right across midfield, well cut out by One Nation. Beautiful piece of skill from Pipeline's number 9. It was Lincoln Howarth, and now sent over to the far side. Pipeline looking for the midfield. You see what they're trying to build, and it may pay dividends. Here we go. Final effort goes over the end line, and it will be a goal kick for One Nation. Here in the early stages, it's 1-0. An early goal, an early strike from Noah Musa has taken One Nation ahead, but a lot of life, a lot of game left to play. Let us know your thoughts on the match thus far. Here is the goal kick for One Nation. Booming kick up across midfield. No clear winners. One Nation have it, and it's going to be sent right back upfield. And it will find its way over the end line for a goal kick, this time for Pipeline. Another goal kick to come. The wind certainly has played a factor today, but gotta appreciate the intelligence from the players adapting. You see it there. It was a ball sent in early on the ground from Pipeline, now down the middle, but right into the waiting reach of One Nation's goalkeeper. Another booming kick upfield. Oh, it's a high challenge from both players, and it looks like this one will go for the benefit of Pipeline. That was painful to watch, but again, Lincoln Howarth right back up on his feet. Here is the ball sent towards the 18. No recipient on the end. Here comes the counter. One Nation looking for their front players, but it's not going to pay off this time. Over the far touchline, it will be a One Nation throw. Blustery day here in Baltimore, Maryland. The teams have certainly adapted. You can see a lot more balls kept on the touch. The aerial balls are kind of a hit or miss affair here, especially as the wind is blowing right across the field. Here is One Nation again, keeping the ball on the ground. Ooh, that's a hard challenge. Second bite at the apple for One Nation. Ooh, it's lovely skill and traffic, but Pipeline not going to be easily cut out, and they will get this one away. That's into the midfield. And down the far touchline, but Pipeline running out of real estate. It's going to be a throw this time for One Nation. Not a lot to work with, but Nation able to get the crucial touch. Here's Musa. Dispossessed. One Nation has to get back, and Pipeline now will have their chance. Can they find the equalizer? Not this time. Oh, it's not fully cleared. Safe hands of the goalkeeper will spare the blushes of this back line, and that's another booming kick upfield. Trying to hit the home run ball, the Hail Mary of sorts. It's a more lovely pick. Not finding exactly what Pipeline we're looking for. Here comes Musa. Lost out on the final bit of possession. It's down the line, and this will be a throw for the benefit of Pipeline. Right down the line. It's immediately contested, and One Nation send it away, but not finding what they would have liked. I can't stress this enough. There's so much skill on the field, but a lack of consistent possession is not from lack of skill. It's just every ball is so hotly contested immediately. Both these teams came ready to play, ready to fight for every ball. You see that throughout every piece of the action. This is going to be a goal kick for Pipeline. Yep, and there it is again. You see, that is intelligent play. The players realizing the wind, the conditions, sending it right down Jump Street on the ground. Didn't work out that time, but Pipeline will have a second chance to get it upfield. Musa dispossessed. Now it is sent across. Well collected. Wind really picking up here at Polytechnic Institute here in Baltimore, Maryland. Certainly will be a factor as this game continues. Here's Pipeline working their way across midfield. Kind of a hopeful ball. Will it find its end recipient? No, that's strong defending, physical defending, and it will be a goal kick for One Nation. Lincoln Howarth has certainly been active here for Pipeline on this near side. Can he find the end product that Pipeline have so dearly sought? Here comes Pipeline on the far touchline this time, and it looks like they have found the consolation prize of a throw. Again, back towards the 18, and ooh, a lot of physicality, but it will finally find the safe hands of One Nation's goalkeeper. Here's the quick distribution right across midfield. It's going to come all the way back to the midfield. Looks like we're going to have a set piece for Pipeline. Thanks for tuning in here on DMV Sports Media, live on YouTube. Make sure to get your thoughts in the chat. We appreciate your patronage, as always. Make sure to hit that like button so these teams and players get the exposure they deserve. This is sent upfield. And it will finally exit players. Pipeline right back down. The throw down the touchline. No clear recipient, but it's going to end up right in the back line. It's a tough ball to control, and it will fall all the way over the end line for a One Nation throw. One Nation stacking bodies up. Can they capitalize here on the counter? Looks like Pipeline saw the danger, and they had the defense to match. Now it's right back up the way. Pinballing back and forth. And it will be a throw for the benefit of One Nation. Don't be shy. Let us know your thoughts on the match thus far. Any players to watch out for. You can still get those score predictions in. We really appreciate you tuning in here on DMV Sports Media live on YouTube. Ooh, there is another golazo right off the far post, and it looks like One Nation have doubled their tally. We'll get you the goal scorer in just a moment, but for right now, here is your instant replay. "2-0 is your score. You're in the first half. One Nation have certainly played as the upsetter in this match. What a lot of script left to be written, and another goal. There is the third for the benefit of One Nation. What a finish, what a goal. 3-0, 2 goals in even less minutes. Let's take a look back at what a finish, what a goal. 3-0. Oh, I am 2 goals and with even less goals. Minutes. This is 3-0. There's your score back at correctly updated. Can't stress this enough. This is sports. Do not count out this Pipeline side. It has some of the best players. There is the physicality. It's gotta be. Well, no, not given, but it's the way to play this game. Putting the body on the line, and there could be a chance for Pipeline. Top of the 18, the shot taken just wide. Just like we said, there is not a reason we would anticipate Pipeline to be done fighting. Do not count them out. 3 goals can quickly dissipate. There's the goal kick right through the midfield. It gets past the entire line and right into Pipeline's waiting goalkeeper. be another goal kick to come. Cut out by Pipeline's midfield. Second ball still in the mix. Here's the top of the 18. No final product. Ooh, that's a physical challenge, but it's just the nature of this game. One Nation's goalkeeper confident in his approach. It'll be a set piece coming out. Well, it looks like it's going to instead be from the punt, but maybe a little too direct. Very windy, blustery day here at Baltimore Polytechnic Institute in Baltimore, Maryland. This is One Nation Academy, Pipeline SC at the 2015's this next academy level. This ball is going to travel over the touch for a One Nation throw. Sent in, but Pipeline's defense not fooled one bit. Conditions continuing to worsen, but I don't think play has suffered even one bit. It's every single ball contested. Pipeline looking for their dagger, looking for the way through this One Nation side. Midfield will bounce this one back out over to the far touchline. Ricochet is back across into the midfield again. Ooh, bold play, and it does pay off. Albreth was taken down, and it will be a throw. No, this is going to be a set piece for Pipeline after the One Nation foul. From the ground, here comes Pipeline looking for the direct approach. Going to send this one into the danger area. Second ball is a good, but looks like it will be a throw. Immediately sent back in. You just see the pace of this game. Ooh, still in the mix, not cleanly collected. Is there a finish? Oh, beautiful save. And it is collected on the second attempt from One Nation's goalkeeper. A little bit of distress, but One Nation's goalkeeper coming up big. It's not how you start, it is how you finish. Here comes the response into the midfield. Good turn. Ooh, clever ball. No support on the end, and it's right back into Pipeline's hands. Oh, that is the give and go the Pipeline have been looking for. Over to stretch the width. It's now sent in a square ball, top of the 6, and now collected. You really do see Pipeline's attack starting to connect quite a bit more. I think there's a lot more to be seen. Ooh, bad touch. Interesting. Wasn't collected cleanly, but just kept in play, and it looks like it is going to be a corner kick for the benefit of One Nation. Wind certainly playing a factor here in this first half. It looks like One Nation certainly have some tricks up their sleeve. It's going to be an in-swinger on that far side. Watch the wind to be a certain factor here. This in-swinger doesn't really quite as far, but it does create some problems, and now Pipeline have the clearance all the way upfield. Ooh, a bold move. It certainly will open up some space. Ooh, is it going to be for well defended from Pipeline's back line? I think that specific clearance, that specific challenge might be more consequential than we know. 3-0 is one thing. 4 is just really a mental block to get over, and I think certainly keeping it to 3 is going to help this Pipeline side. Here is the goal kick, kept on the floor. Will be a One Nation throw. back in play. Here comes One Nation attack. Oh, there it is. That is number 4 on the day. What a finish. And that is a tough pill to swallow for Pipeline. Number 10. That is 4-0 here on the score sheet. Pipeline looking to get there first. It's really the first one that can give the confidence that can change the nature of this game. But right now it is all One Nation Academy. Sent over to the far side. I can't stress this enough. I know this channel, we usually cover the adult matches, semi-professional, amateur matches. These will be the players of tomorrow. So if you're one of our regular subscribers, excuse me, please stick around because you'll be seeing these players soon enough. Obviously, most of them will probably play at the collegiate level, but afterwards, assuming we're not seeing them on the big screen on ESPN, and hopefully they'll matriculate. We'll see them here on DMV Sports Media on our top-level amateur and semi-professional teams. This is down the line from Pipeline. Now here is the counterattack. It's a direct ball, perhaps too direct. It will be a goal kick to come for Pipeline, excuse me, One Nation. Pipeline's attack falters out. Quite a crowd out here in this regular season match here on the Baltimore Polytechnic campus. Beautiful day for some footy in the late stages of the spring. Ooh. Promising attack falters out with an offside decision, just a little ahead of this Pipeline back line. Down the line. There's no moment to take your eyes away from this match. It's immediately sent in right back and into the waiting arms of the One Nation goalkeeper. Another booming kick upfield. This one to the far side. Quite kept alive. And here comes the throw. Pipeline right down the line. No final recipient. And that is invaluable in the strongest sense when your goalkeeper can act as an extra field player. It's right down the line will be a throw for the benefit of One Nation. No pause, no hesitation, but this ball will travel over for another chance. One Nation's throw. Ooh, there is the strike. Just not quite enough venom, and it will a chance for Pipeline to start from the back. Have a line drive kick right upfield. Not a bad kick, but didn't connect. Oh, this is just past that far post. Really not a lot of margins there. Take a look back at this replay. One Nation that close to a fifth, but it will be right goal kick here for a bad kick, but we'll take this one on the ground. Oh, this is just past that far post. Really. Down the line. Again, One Nation giving up that sideline, but never allowing any clear-cut chances in the central area of play. And thus far, that has worked well. I think we saw quite a bit of progression from Pipeline, but that fourth goal really taking the wind out of the sails. See, mentally, can they rebound? Can they find their way back into this game? Here comes the goal kick downfield for One Nation. Ping pongs back and forth. Here's the square ball. Oh, that was a beautiful chance. Kind of a difficult one to take, but sometimes that's the ones that need to be taken. That's a great ball across, and it will be a goal kick for One Nation. Here comes the goal kick upfield. Initially cut out. Oh, that was touch and go, and still at the feet of Pipeline. This is much better. Playing that tiki-taka football that they have trained for, and now that's out to the far touch. Is there a square ball? Well, again, it's lovely football from Pipeline, but just the tenacity of the defense from One Nation has been enough, and there is a well-claimed ball inside of One Nation 18. The distribution up for grabs. Right back down jump street, and the shot well cut out by the number one of One Nation SC. Nearing the end of the first period. Certainly a goal for Pipeline would be huge in terms of momentum, in terms of belief. Can they find that goal they have really been trying for? There's been two quality sides here. MLS next, PREACADEMY on, there it is, golazo. And we have our first goal for Pipeline FC. Let's take a look back at the replay. Trying for. Been two quality sides here. Took a nasty deflection, but sometimes PREACADEMY on, there it is, golazo.
Bit of luck.
And we have our first goal. 4-1 here in the late stages of the first half, and that is huge for the momentum. Obviously, One Nation have dominated the first half, but that lone goal in the late stages for Pipeline might give them a footing here for the second half. I'm Noah Walker with DMV Sports Media. So glad to have you with us. Make sure to share the link with all your friends for the second half. It's going to be Pipeline SC looking to erase the 3-goal deficit against One Nation 4-1. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you back here after the halftime break. Thanks for tuning in. Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here on DMV Sports Media live on YouTube. This is Pipeline SC, One Nation Academy here from Baltimore Polytechnic Institute in the heart of Baltimore, Maryland. It was all One Nation Academy for most of the first half, but Pipeline found their potential lifeline back into this game, and they're trying to continue that momentum. This will travel over the end line, and it looks like it's going to be a corner kick. Certainly the wind playing a factor here today. Bit of a blustery early spring day. It looks like Noah Musa will take the kick on the far touch. Initially, it looked like they wanted to keep it short. Instead, sent toward the 18. No dividends at the moment. Second bite of the apple now for One Nation Academy. Pipeline have weathered the storm. So ping pongs back and forth. Now the counterattack. There is space upfield. Pipeline, can they take the shot? Oh, it's well squared. Not a bad option. It just didn't quite pay off. That was a smart pick. That One Nation dropping back well. We will have a throw here on the near touch. Musa sends it upfield. This could springboard the counterattack. 1v1. Is there a strike on target? And Pipeline defending with all the heart. That is a physical challenge. Gotta love both players go all the way in. And it will be a kick for the benefit of One Nation Academy. Sent all the way upfield, not mincing their plans. One Nation send it downfield, but no recipients to be found. Now the counterattack. Down the line. Any ball will immediately be contested. You can see it's almost like these players, I know the age level that this is the size field that's standard, but it seems like these players are all capable and ready to play on the full-size field. Every single ball contested. I think despite the age, these players are fit. They're really ready to go, and they make this field seem too small for their talent level. Here is the ball sent right down the mid. Kind of a line drive. Musa sends it up on the ground. A lot of defenders back for Pipeline SC, and Pipeline will send this right back through the middle. Highly contested. It's a physical game, and One Nation right now have been in control of that game. It's kept alive. A lot of One Nation defenders there. There's the challenge, and there is the clearance. Only partially so. Top of the 18. Could still be a chance for Pipeline. One Nation have the clearance, and here comes the counterattack. Couple of players up top. There is a timely challenge. It's only partially cleared, and this one will find its way over the touchline for a One Nation throw. It's an audacious effort from distance, but didn't really have the venom open up that Pipeline goal, and now it's back the other way. And in the corner, One Nation doing enough to defend, and it will be a goal kick for the benefit of One Nation. Here comes the vertical ball. Right into Tagliere, the number 1 for Pipeline SC, now sent away. Ooh, that is one of the best chances we've seen this second half. Great shot, great defense, and it travels over this near touchline for a Pipeline throw. Here comes the delivery. Right back over the near touchline. It will be a second bite at the apple for Pipeline. Certainly have found a new lease of life in the late stages of the first half. Now continuing on to the second. There's the ball down the line. It'll be another One Nation throw. Musa, that's a touch. All the way away. Oh, this requires some communication, and it looks like One Nation able to sort that one out. Those are the balls that sometimes can be a little tricky if there's no one who's clearly taking control of the situation, but One Nation obviously able to figure that one out, and now it will be the goal kick right down the middle of the pitch. Musa, that's a lovely piece of skill. Now a deep shot again. That one had a little bit more venom, but well controlled. Pipeline will try their hand. Oh, this is another tricky ball, but the wind playing into the hands of One Nation. It's right into One Nation's number 1, and now upfield. Both sides just sending it quickly upfield. It's up in the air, difficult bounce. The spin could cause some problems here. Well defended from One Nation. Here will be a corner kick for Pipeline. Thanks for tuning in here on DMV Sports Media, live on YouTube. We appreciate your patronage. Make sure to hit that like button to make sure these players get the exposure they deserve. Ooh, what a lovely delivery, but no final hit on the end of it, but the Pipeline not finished yet. They will have a throw on the far touchline. Lots of bodies up in the box. Excuse me, it looks like they've got something specific for this one. Long throw delivery, the specialist from number 9. It's still up in the mix, and it is going to be whistled for a set piece coming out. It's like the set piece specialist, or at least the long throw specialist, is Lincoln Howarth. Immediately right back down the middle of the pitch from One Nation. Conditions have deteriorated significantly. The wind is up, the temperature has dropped. See how that affects play down there on the field. Doesn't look like the players are hesitating even one bit. Here is the clearance from One Nation. And it looks like this is going to be a set piece for the benefit of One Nation. Here is a delivery on that far touchline from the ground. Judging by past set pieces we've seen from One Nation, we expect this to be pretty direct. Here's Musa on the ball. Musa's ball, as expected, right towards the goalkeeper. Well cleared. This back line of Pipeline SE keeping the deficit at just the 3. There's Musa. Ooh, great skill, but waved off. That was well tackled. It's fine margins, but that is just enough foot on the ball. It's great defending, and now Pipeline have bodies up the pitch. Top of the 18, the shot taken, shot well blocked. Oh, down the line, right back. Oh, that is beautiful play. Pipeline, can they find some reward for their pieces of play? This is going to be a tackle from behind, and certainly going to be a set piece for One Nation. There's a player down for Pipeline Academy. Hope it's okay. It's good to see Reed back on his feet. Is Che Jennings made the challenge, and while it was a challenge that resulted in a foul, it certainly allowed this Pipeline side to get back. This is deflected. Now the shot was audacious, but all wide of goal, and it will be a goal kick to come for Pipeline SC. Interesting delivery. That's well worked. Pipeline have some players down this near side. It's popped up in the air. Still really contested, hotly contested. It will be a throw for Pipeline SC here on the near side. Oh, well cut out by Musa, but Pipeline undeterred. Now sent across the 6. Is there a finish at the back post? There is. Golazo. What a finish. And we have a ball game, ladies and gentlemen. It's 4-2 here as Pipeline have clawed their way back here. 2 goals after 4 unanswered. It's 4-2. Let's take a look back at the replay. That's a beautiful finish at the back post. Oh, well cut out by Musa, but trying to catch Pipeline. Deterred, now sent across the 6. Is there a finish at the back post? There is. Golazo. Look at this replay. What a finish. 4-2 is your score here from Baltimore Poly. This obviously has been One Nation's game to lose since they went up the 4 goals, but it always makes you a little uneasy. You see your opponent score 2 goals, and Pipeline playing as well as they played all match long, and as a neutral fan, it's the best thing we can imagine for this game. This is all ball game on. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the set piece from the back for Pipeline. If you're just joining us, it's Pipeline playing left to right with their white kits. One Nation right to left with pink tops, black bottoms. Ooh, this could spell disaster. There it is over the goal line and taking away the momentum that Pipeline had built. That's a great finish, but really a gut punch. As Pipeline had done so well, but take a look at the replay. White kits. One Nation right to left with pink tops, black bottoms. 5-2 is your score. This could spell disaster. There it is over the goal line and taking away the momentum. The adversity thus far. Can they continue with 5-2 and still fight in this match? I don't see any sign of these players letting up, and there's going to be a set piece after the foul for the benefit of Pipeline SC. There's the delivery. It's sent low. And it looks like there isn't a connection to be found initially. Second ball does find Musa. Musa trying to navigate those very tight spaces in the middle. Still going and well tackled. Pipeline are able to find their number 10. Across. A lot of bodies back. We've seen this One Nation side advance their way all the way through divisions. They are, at this point, a well-known entity. Sure, they're not one of the biggest clubs, but they have players who can play, and I think continuing to have players who play together year after year, whether it's a small club, big club, it obviously brings a lot of value. There will be a set piece right at the midfield for One Nation. 5-2 is your score here in the second half. Here is a set piece. Ooh, could have created some problems, but it looks like it will find its way over this near touchline, but a consolation prize of a throw for One Nation Academy. Immediately sent in. Musa sends it down the line, and the throw to come. The wind is back, and these teams certainly taking heed. It's down to the ground. Pipeline, well, they've had moments where One Nation has dominated, they have done really well with keeping the ball on the ground and having some incredible moments of 1-2 touch passing. This is down the far touchline. Pipeline. Can they find something from this? Well, it was a good looking attack, but Musa sends it away. Only partially cleared now. The final shot just wide. And it looks like Pipeline will make a switch here. The goal kick to come for One Nation Academy. What a match it's been here between Pipeline and One Nation. One Nation currently holding that 5-2 advantage, but Pipeline very much still in the mix, still fighting. They have possession on the far touchline. The give and go has created some space. Now it's sent up to the number 10. And up into the 18, a physical challenge. A lot of bodies up. Here's the strike. Ooh, just up and over. All right, top posts. Not a bad effort at all from Pipeline, and goal kick to come. The wind whipping. One Nation will just send this upfield. Well, that's a clever little turn there. A lot of defenders still to get across. Well, that's a physical piece of play. Still a lot of work to do for Pipeline. It looks like they have found their way out of their own half, but running out of real estate on that far touchline. One Nation throw to come. Academy running out of steam, running out of possession, and now it's right across the mid. Ooh, a final pass, a lot of steam, a lot of venom, but just a little too much heat, and it will travel over the near touchline for a One Nation throw. Partially cleared in the direction. Musa has picked this one up. Oh, clever little pullback, but looks like he has run out of steam and run out of space, and this is going to be a throw for Pipeline. Well defended, but at the expense of another throw, and Pipeline marching their way down the pitch. Right back towards the top of the 18. Oh, it's good defending. And this is going to be a set piece for Pipeline. Excuse me, for One Nation. It's touch and go. Seems it could have gone either way. Now the kick sent upfield. Oh, that is clever, but One Nation, they're not leaving it down to 1v1 defending. They have players back to support, and that has been the difference. They are really strong defensively, and obviously have put the work in to make sure that there's no individual lapse that will make them undone. This is across the midline. It will be a throw here for the pink shirts. One Nation taking a moment to get their bodies upfield. Throw on that far touchline, and it's like there's plenty of defenders in the mix. Quickly sent in. Trey trying to find his way out. It's quickly defended. Pipeline, can they catch One Nation out? It's give and go now, sent across the top of the 6. That's too near to One Nation's number 1. That attack stalls. Musa. Finally falls to the feet of Pipeline. That is a strike from distance. Great finish. Let's take a look back at that replay. 5-3 is your score, and as I said, this game is very much back on. Finally falls to the feet of Pipeline.
Yep.
You know who scored that one? Do you guys know who scored that one? No. Ken? Third goal scored for Pipeline. I believe that was Cordell. We're going to take a look at our roster in just a moment now. Right back upfield for Pipeline. Looking to add a 4th to their tally. Top of the 18 it goes. And here's the strike up and over. But not a bad effort. And you can certainly feel the intensity of this match turned up. We're just at a 2-goal deficit from what was initially a 4-0 game. One Nation with the goal kick, sending it upfield. Hotly contested. Now all the way to the corner. One Nation, they've got the score advantage. They don't necessarily need a goal. Possession in their situation is almost as valuable as a goal. When they have that possession, possession lost. There's Musa back on the ball. Looks like there is a player down for One Nation, so we're going to have a stoppage. Let's drop all for Pipeline SC. Clearance, but Pipeline have navigated their way out initially, and now tackle. Final touch will be throw for Pipeline. All collected by One Nation's number 1 again. He's looking for the distribution upfield, and it looks like it will connect. Throw right down that far touchline for One Nation Academy. They're doing well to show patience and keep bodies back. As we said earlier, they don't need to necessarily score. Possession just as valuable, and even more so is the defending at this point. 2 goals is still a good margin, but they have to stem the flow and they have to regain the momentum. Or at least slow it down. Here comes the counterattack from One Nation Academy. Oh, that's a clever move, but Pipeline bringing bodies back. And over the near touchline. On the line, here comes One Nation up pitch, right back and forth. Ping pongs all the way into the Pipeline territory. There is a player very much in a great position. Oh, beautiful finish, and we are back right within 1 goal. 5-4 is your score. Here is the goal. Here is the replay. And it is player. What a much comeback from Pipeline.
Great position.
All the way down
beautiful
4-0.
finish.
And we are back
several times throughout
right
the match.
Within
they have really
1 goal. 5-4 is your replay, and it is 5-4. 1 goal separating these two sides here in the late stages. Well, can't write up the drama any better than this. It's a strike right from the kickoff. Doesn't get very far, and now Pipeline. Oh, that's a great battle for Musa. Musa dispossessed, and he's got some support. And final attack doesn't quite pay off, but Pipeline, they really have to have their belief now. Even though they still are 1 goal down, they've come so far, and you got to imagine One Nation feel a little uncomfortable. There's a foul in the center of the pitch. Looks like a set piece for Pipeline to potentially take advantage of Lincoln Howarth standing over the ball. Not a bad opportunity, especially with the win. Howarth, well, he sent one on to goal. Here is the strike. It's batted down and well picked up. The Nation looking upfield. Still in play, but it looks like it will be a throw here for Pipeline Academy. It will be a throw here on the near side for Pipeline Academy. Straight up in the air, over the head. It's still requiring some work for either side to possess. Now down to the turf. Physical challenges, but not gonna find any recipients. Will be a throw here for One Nation on the near side here in the late stages. Every single ball well contested. A lot of bodies back here for One Nation, and at this point, this is where tactics can really make or break a team. 5-4 your score. If you're just joining us, this is One Nation Academy away at Pipeline here, Baltimore Polytechnic Institute. One Nation came off with a screaming start, initially up with the 4-0 lead, but Pipeline have came back to make this 5-4. We'll see who will come out on top in this clash of the Titans. Some of the best players here in this Baltimore metropolitan area. So glad to have you with us here live on DMV Sports Media. Ooh, the final touch. Looks like it's given the way of One Nation Academy. Or a goal kick, certainly some who may have seen it a different way, but One Nation will look to get this one upfield. Comes Pipeline, looking for that equalizer. Doesn't come off initially, but still maintain that possession. It's going to be a foul against Pipeline, and One Nation will send this up the pitch. Couple of physical challenges, as you'd expect here in the late stages, but it will go against One Nation. Pipeline have a chance to send some bodies forward. exciting game here in the final stages. One goal is all that separates these two sides. After a heroic comeback from Pipeline, One Nation were pretty dominant in the early stages, but right now they are on the back foot. Pipeline will look for the direct approach, but a little bit overeager, and this is an opportunity for One Nation to send bodies up the field. And that is your final whistle. One Nation will hold on to claim the 5-4 lead. The 3 points are One Nation's, but you really have to give a lot of credit to Pipeline, who found themselves in what might have seemed an impossible position, and they certainly showed their character with a strong comeback. But it wasn't to be. One Nation hold on here at Baltimore Polytechnic. What a match. Thanks for joining us here on DMV Sports Media live on YouTube. We really appreciate your patronage. Make sure to hit that like button to make sure these players and teams get the exposure they deserve. Every single like makes sure that this video will be boosted in the algorithm on YouTube. If you're a first-time viewer, make sure to consider tuning in. We have mostly adult, semi-professional, and amateur matches here on the channel. We'll have some State Cup finals tomorrow, the MDV Cup between Cristos and Los Toros. It promises to be a really big rivalry. It's kind of blossomed over the year. It is Reston, Virginia versus Baltimore. Really looking forward to that one. And then we will have some of the SSL APL matches in the evening. Make sure to check us out on Instagram for short form highlights, and all of our matches will have the extended highlights on YouTube. So appreciate your patronage. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Noah Walker with DMV Sports Media, and we will see you soon with more coverage of the best Baltimore and DC footy here on our channel.